What's up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, and all the ships at sea? It is I, your humble guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, and general internet nonsense, the man who is occasionally referred to as the OGGM. And it's Wednesday at about 8 o'clock in the morning. You're going to hear a lot of noise in the background because it looks like my neighbors are getting their house fumigated. I guess maybe they're moving. I don't know. Anyways, it is a lovely yet hazy day again here at Ventura. The mornings have been unbelievably, disgustingly humid, but around 3 it gets really nice, so yay. And it is time to look at all the tabletop role-playing game crowdfunding projects that are coming to a week. That's right, it's time to take a moment out from talking about our stuff to talk about somebody else's stuff. So let's look at what's crowdfunding and what I recommend for this week. And obviously, as you can see right here, the first thing I recommend for this week is Traveler Con. That's starting August 6th. It's a gaming convention held in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It is looking for some funding. $35 will get you a weekend pass to the convention. It seems to be mostly traveler-centric, but I'm sure there'll be other games there. It's going to be at the Doubletree Hotel in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So if you live in Pennsylvania and are a fan of Traveler, oh no, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's coming up in October, so you still got time. $35, you can support this convention. Always my number one thing to support if you're gonna kickstart something. All right, we got this thing. This is a first level adventure that was made for OSR, OSC. It's called Nightmare Over Ragged Hollow. It comes to us from the Merry Mushman. Wow, look at this. Mostly humans on the cover. 1 human, 2 human, maybe a human over there, and 1 dwarf. That's a rare exchange. Normally it's all non-humans. Wasn't this was like for I think we remember this was like about for a charity of some kind, but now I see no mention of it. Anyways, Nightmare Over Ragged Hollow. Its most popular pledge is $22 for the PDF and print version. This ends on August 2nd. It is a low-level adventure for your general D20 fantasy games that aren't 5e, so pretty much every game but 5e, though you could probably convert it easily to 5e. So if you're looking for a good, easy starter adventure, here we go. This is it. Why do I feel like this was for charity, but now it's not? Weird. Anyways, moving on. Yep, we're going to start seeing these soon. In fact, if you walk into your favorite craft store / home and garden store, you're probably going to see Halloween stuff going up. So we've got for OSR / OSC, Oktoberfest, OCTHOORO, blah, blah, blah. Oktoberfest. It is a $25 is the most popular pledge. It is a venture. You get the PDF and the print version. It is basically a continuation of a long-running Halloween-themed adventure that they have been doing every year. And they are expanding on it again, reprinting the original one, plus adding new stuff to it. So if you're looking for some Halloween horror-themed love for your D20 adventure of choice, you could go wrong with this. For $25, you get the PDF and the print version, and this ends on August 3rd, a day before my birthday. From Vortex Vrarg, VERLAG, we have the Straightway Lost Adventure and Sourcebook for 5e. This is $70 plus shipping and handling, a PDF and print version of the book. This one ends on August 10th. It is a D20 5e adventure based upon the Divine Comedy by Dante. It's funny because everybody knows Dante's Inferno, but everybody forgets that there was 2 other books in the series. But yeah, Dante's Inferno is the one that gets the most love. So yeah, I seem to recall there was a adventure based upon this before, years and years and years ago, like early 80s. I remember playing through a module that was based upon Dante's Inferno, or maybe that's Mandela effect and it never actually happened, but I remember something about it. Anyway, so yeah, $70 gets you the PDF and the print version of a 5e adventure based upon Dante's Comedy. Speaking of 5e, Dungeon Scribe brings us a book of random items to spruce up your 5e game, including cards. You know I do love the cards. Looks like it's got like a skull and a scroll and a, mouth harp, a ring, a goggles, because you got to have steampunk goggles, a bell, a sword, a throwing thing, a buckle, armor, random magic-y stuff if you can't come up with your own stuff. $60 is the most popular pledge. Ouch. For PDF and print version, over 500 magic items, both described plus the cards. I love the cards. It even says it's the 500 oversized cards featuring the same magic items. So you could just go to the player and go, damn, this is what you found. If you lose the card, your character lost the item. I'm probably the only one who does that, but I think it should be the thing. I mean, I put money on that card. If you lost the card, yeah, you lost the item. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not fair. I don't know. I'm an idiot. From Skull Camera Games, we have Slash, the horror movie RPG. A lot of horror role-playing games coming out lately, probably because that's just the state of the world. $98 is PDF and the print version of the books. It's a slasher horror D6 system, emulating those great horrors of the 80s and 90s. A bunch of kids go into the woods, stay in the cabin, and horrible things happen to them. From Sneak Attack Press, we have This and That. Well, that's a pretty good name. $30 is the most popular pledge. Gets you the PDF and a POD discount coupon. It comes in 3 different systems: Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinders, or Savage World. It is a whole bunch of gear for fantasy game of choice, like locks, keys, ropes, lanterns, packs, wagons. Excuse me. So basically, that's just like the name says. It is a $30 book filled with random shenanigans. And we've got a cowboy roping a basilisk or a raven, because, yeah, sure, cowboy roping wyvern dragon thing. Yeah. Don't know what's going on in this picture, but sure. And it's for Pathfinder, or pretty much any D20 fantasy. And then from Chaosium, greatest and most popular role-playing game in the world, we have Graveyards of Arkham. Arkham being the place that most of the Call of Cthulhu stories take place. Also, there actually is a Arkham. It's somewhere near Chicago. So, weird. This is an adventure for Call of Cthulhu. $32 gets you the PDF of the 3 adventures plus a map. And your name will appear in each episode. They are looking to fund a actual live play. But as it says right now, actual plays are not subject to work stoppage related to the writers and actors strike in the United States. So there we go. There's the final answer. Some people were wondering about how the strike was going to affect Critical Role. Well, okay, these guys seem to have found the answer. If I wasn't so lazy, I probably could have found that too. But, so yeah, they're looking for funding for a live play. If you give them the $32, you'll be making sure the live play actually happens. Plus, you get the adventures and your name will appear in each episode, maybe like as an NPC. People appearing in this adventure will include Mark Meir, Patrick Logan, Josephine McAdams, Lucia Vesperilla, and Noah Ibram, as well as special NPC cameos. If none of those names sound familiar to you, that's okay. They don't sound familiar to me either. But apparently they are people out there in the professional entertainer gamer community, which is sadly a thing and never should be. Traveler Con, we already talked about. And finally, there's this thing. What's old is new. The old is new starter box fantasy modern sci-fi tabletop role-playing game from EN Publishing. It's coming to an end. Maybe it's $24 is the most popular pledge. Gets you the PDF, VTT, and print version of the box set. That is a good deal. If you're looking for a new system, it's a universal tabletop system, though they are specifically releasing fantasy, modern, and sci-fi for the starter one. It doesn't mean that they won't review ones in the future. So yeah, we've been talking about this one a lot. We're trying to find information on it. I've gotten in trouble about talking about it, and apparently I didn't give enough good information about it. These are looks like some of the adventures that have been made for it so far. Maybe is that what I'm looking at, or is it just randomly showing things because reasons? It uses a life path system for character duration, D6 dice pools for task resolution, a free-form verb-noun magic system, and hex-based combat rules influenced by the best 1980s had to offer. Why do people kind of keep trying to milk the 1980s? Are there really that many great games out in the 1980s? So there you go. D6 system. D6 systems seem to be really popular lately. Everybody's making D6 dice pools. I suppose, after a while, you just run out of dice to mess around with. It's like D20, D6. I guess I could be different and use the D8. Right? Dude, no one's using D8s. All right, we're going to make a D8-centric system. Yeah. It probably has something to do with the fact that it's easier to mass produce six-siders than other shapes, right? I would think. I mean, Vegas. So all you got to do is go get a deal with, the companies that make dice for Vegas or, and Lord, I mean, they probably go through how many sets of dice an average day, an average hour. Your average casino probably goes through hundreds of six-siders. I wonder what they do with them. They're destroyed, right? If once they're done on a table and they bring in new fresh dice, they destroy them, right? Do they recycle them? They should just give them away to people. Jesus Christ. I mean, you get a room for the night in I don't know any Vegas hotels anymore. Was the Luxor still a thing? It was last time I was there. You get a room for the night in Vegas in Luxor, and amongst the things in the room is here is a free set of used six-siders that were played on one of our boards and retired for the day, because that's what they do, right? I'm talking about this way too much. Anyways, that's all the Kickstarters for the day. If you appreciate anything I said about them, let me know. Are you going to back any of those? Let me know. If you live in Pennsylvania, back Traveler Con. Traveler, the granddaddy of all science fiction role-playing games, never gets enough love. It's still out there. God love it. Till next time, I'm the OG GM bringing you your daily tabletop role-playing game nonsense. We'll be back with more of the same in a bit. Till then, stay warm, fly low, and avoid the turkeys or something like that. I don't know. I was trying to be clever.